Looks like he doesn't have a shirt from here.
Hey! So, what was happening?
We finally got to Egypt. We learned that there's more people to take note of. We bumped into one person. We suspected them being part of a heist or something.
Miss Miller.
That's pretty much it.
I'm glad to see you here.
Oh, Constable Zellner.
I hope Chase isn't too far away from the mic.
So I'm speaking up, and now you're too loud, being too close to the mic.
Nope.
Yeah, don't yell in it.
Things not turning red, so I'm not too loud.
Okay.
Tomorrow you'll be sailing
not
down
completely
the
sure,
Nile,
but-
if I heard correctly.
That's
And you
right,
choose to
it
eat
will be
something
an
while we're
amazing
recording when you have to talk?
But
Why
you
do
don't
you
seem
always...
to be very excited.
Chase is eating
But I
something.
am.
I'm away from the
It's
mic.
very
I
generous
can't.
of Lady Westmacott to invite me, and especially Maddie. He'll learn a lot.
But
The fucking drumstick.
Professor Lucien
delicious.
offered to join us.
then Matt will learn even more. And I'm sure it won't be unpleasant for you either.
No, I just don't know how Maddie would react if Edgar came with us.
I understand. I could test the water to see how he'd feel about it.
Would you do that? Oh, thank you, Constable Zellner.
Were you able to find out why Professor Lucien left the forecastle so suddenly last night?
No, not really. We only had a brief conversation. He was still very nervous.
He was like that on the train as well. Seems to be typical of him.
It must be something to do with the burglary at the museum. It really affected him. But he told me not to worry about anything. He said, soon this would all be over.
Really? How did he mean that?
Oh, I didn't ask him, Constable.
Are there other passengers from the ship here?
Oh, yes, we arrived as a group. David
Wait,
Kreutzer,
everyone's
the
visiting
violinist,
this
was with
place?
us. So were Miss Myers and Mr. Inch. He seems to have gotten
Well,
over
of
the death
course.
of the Baroness pretty quickly. He seems
Wait, what is...
positively
She's like the
relaxed.
steward of the writer
I've
chick.
met him.
Yeah.
What does the
He
writer
looks
have to
on
do
the
with all
bright
this?
side of life?
I thought she was just on the train just because...
Where
Lady
is Mr.
vacation.
Kreutzer?
He's over in the
She's
treasure
traveling
chamber.
abroad. She's
Maddie
rich.
is downstairs in the main
She's
hall.
probably now interested in the case, so now she's just
Well,
like
Shattering any-
following me.
That's a good point. It's not like she has a day job to...
Because
Get
she's
back
really
to
the
it.
Raven.
Right tour of the museum.
Yes, there's so much
That's
to
true.
see.
There's no guarantee that she actually needs that wheelchair.
I'm still pissed that when they finally boarded the fucking...
We should go to the rear area.
Finally boarded.
When they finally parked the boat, that they
Mr.
didn't
Kreutzer will
fucking look
provide
it over
the
all the way
background music
through.
tonight at the opening. Does he
Like,
have
oh
anything
no,
else on
the
his
guy we're
agenda?
looking for disappeared. Yeah, look for him. Don't just be like, oh, he got away, gang.
How are the
Hope Scooby-Doo
acoustics,
can
Mr.
solve this
Kreutzer?
case.
Average. I wouldn't have expected anything else from a big stone cavern.
I'm surprised we never
How does
actually
it
ran into
feel
him on the
to have
ship.
been accused of murder
We
and be
did.
escaped by the skin of your
Like
teeth.
once,
The whole
twice.
thing could have
Yeah,
had
he
a
was in the
No,
good
but-
dining
ending
area.
for you.
But he never...
Didn't
there was
have
never
an
like a
alibi.
dialogue
It
to
was
have with
your
him.
gun.
I must admit that I can imagine better ways to spend my time than being roughed up by Inspector Legrand. Your snooping actually paid off for me this time. Did you ever suspect me?
Of murder? No. I think you're too intelligent to shoot someone with your own gun without arranging an alibi for the time of the crime.
I like how he didn't say, no, I don't think you're not capable of murder.
It seems like a lot of the passengers from the ship are here this morning.
Nearly all of them. I had a brief
How
conversation with
fortuitous.
Baroness's butler.
Right? Hey, we don't have to create new characters. We can just reuse all the characters we
The
have
old battleship.
already.
Yeah, but that doesn't help narrow down suspects.
Young Miss Mayers was here as well.
I really
Unfortunately, it
hope
seemed like
his
she'd
voice
already
has that
disappeared.
echo and it carries
Forget
even
it.
in soliloquies.
She's engaged.
And the old witch with her caretaker and her brat are also here.
What do you have
Well, it probably
against
will, because,
Lady
you know, he
Westmacott?
talks out loud about
The lady is more
everything.
courage
Right.
than the Queen of the Night.
I know, but that's what
She
makes it
chose to run
more
her son away.
enjoyable.
I
See, he does that thing that Tino does from The Weekenders.
flew to America because he couldn't stand
Who's a
it
what?
anymore.
No, that's,
You need to watch The
that's-
Weekender.
That's
Well,
a
Any
semi-soliloquy,
of the
because
guests
others can take
behave
notice or
suspiciously?
pull him out of it.
Was anyone unusually
I guess so.
interested in the treasure chamber or the security system?
I couldn't.
So it's a
say.
weird
I'm here to check the
weird
orders
mix
and then I'll come
between
back
that
to
and the
garden
Zach
tonight.
Morris thing.
I'm not interested in
Zach
your
Morris timeout.
games.
Well, that was also used as
The
a plot
newspaper
device, so
this
it's not
morning
that
is
either.
full of reports
This is more of a
about the
Grecian
events
play,
on board.
or Shakespearean
Well,
play,
Someone must
not
have
Grecian.
Actually,
Why
well,
did I
this
say
whole
Grecian?
thing-
directly from
This
the
whole thing
ship.
is written like
He
a
probably got a
mystery
pile of
novel,
money for
which
the
is kind of
story,
why
don't
you have
you
the same
think?
characters still going from
They want
place to
ruin
place.
My reputation, but no, Constable,
That's a good point,
it wasn't
actually.
me. I
Which,
didn't
you know, a
even
lot of
consider
adventure
it.
games
And
are
maybe it was
narrative
a bummer.
anyway, so
Why?
The story is in all the papers.
it
You
fits.
get more money if you sell the dirt to just one paper as an exclusive.
Who do you think it was?
The young guy, the stowaway.
The captain didn't press charges and let him go this morning.
Why?
What?
Up
Didn't he
until
hit me
then,
across
he
the
was in
head?
cell the
He
whole
assaulted a
time.
police officer.
It's Miss Mayers. Maybe she wants to become an actress.
He wasn't on
and need
duty.
A bit of publicity.
Still,
Whoever
doesn't
it
matter.
was,
Still
wanted
assault.
to make sure that the story spread, and they weren't after money. So, what were they after? Well, I'm looking forward
Well,
to the
I mean,
concert.
well,
It will be an unforgettable night.
he wasn't the killer, but he did still assault the guy. I was gonna say like maybe those captain's like, oh, I just stowed away. No big deal.
Ancient
But
Egyptian jewelry.
Yeah, it's just,
I like
it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
but this
Ring
cop
with a
is like in his
scarab made of
50s,
jasper.
60s.
In ancient
He got fucking
Egypt,
whacked
these
on the back of the
beetles were
head.
regarded as
That could have
symbols
triggered
of
his heart
fertility.
condition, which he has proven to
Nowadays, we
have.
just call them
Well,
dung
maybe I
beetles.
don't anymore since I
suppose
tossed
the
my
beetles
pills
don't really
overboard.
care.
I
Yeah,
just,
but this ain't like a fucking like a 90s kid movie where the kid with asthma throws his fucking inhaler and is now cured of asthma.
Elusive and unique.
he was talking about Beatles, and I just had a thought. Doesn't this take place in like 1963? So it's literally right before the Beatles got
Hopefully
big.
The visitors will be satisfied with a single eye. Otherwise, all
Especially
this
considering
effort will
that
be for
these
nothing.
people are European. I mean, they were gaining momentum in Europe
True, in Europe.
before the 1969
Yeah.
time period.
Well-trained guards are usually the best security system. Although
just
they
staring
didn't
right at
manage
him.
to stop the
Yeah, I know.
Raven in London.
Look at the guard.
The gala will be crawling with guards tonight. The local police might also send some reinforcements.
Sir, are you feeling okay?
Why are you talking about me like that?
Must be the
So,
treasure chamber
is
where
the Fez
Eye of
part of the
Sphinx is
uniform,
due to
or
be
is this
exhibited.
just,
The display case is
racist
already
thing?
prepared.
No, it totally is. Don't you remember Indiana Jones? Anytime you go to a
I'm just gonna walk in here, sir.
Egyptian, oh
I'm
nope.
from the Swiss police. I want to check the security arrangements.
No one may enter the treasure chamber before the delivery.
Of course, I think it's suspicious that he's, like, practicing right here where he can be watching everything.
True.
Oh, there's apparently a newspaper over here. Look, right there.
Can-
I didn't even see that.
Is that a newspaper?
I can't read what it says. but
Why not?
The cover features a dashing. It's
probably in Arabic.
Oh, that's right
shows an
here.
energetic young man.
I thought he was like, I
photographed
can't, I
with
literally
relief.
can't see it. I'm like, what?
That's the look of
You need
a
some
man
glasses?
who can catch a thief and murderer in a single day.
That's kind of surprising. As old as he is, he needed heart pills, but he doesn't need glasses.
I don't believe that Legrand spoke to the press himself.
Well, old
He
people
doesn't
don't
seem
all
to like
have
the attention.
eye problems.
Yes, they
He
do.
wouldn't falsely take credit for something he hadn't done.
No, Ace.
A lot of
All right.
people do.
Main hall.
What? Oh,
So speaking of glasses, we saw the Kingsman, or I guess it's just Kingsman.
yeah.
And I don't want to. I really want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it because I want everybody to go see it right now.
Just all we can say is you need to go see this movie. I laughed so hard I nearly puked.
But my head hurt from laughing so much, and it has not one but two of the most beautiful scenes I have ever seen on film.
Yeah. And alone, I mean,
Good
just
scenes.
and the action, the choreography for the action scenes are like. I really hope they at least get nominated for some awards because
Some sort of award, yes.
they seriously did an amazing job.
Material was often used
I mean, with the
for jewelry
choreography
in
and the
ancient Egypt.
cinematography for the way that they did the fight scenes are just awesome.
Plus, it's Samuel L. Jackson dressed as he normally dresses in real life.
Yeah.
The only difference is his glasses look like a weird Google Glass thing, and he
Several
speaks
decades
with a lisp.
ago,
But other
the
than that,
shapes and patterns look
come on.
timeless, elegant. What does it say here?
Good question. You should walk over and look at it.
No, I'm just gonna read it from back
Gonna read it.
The
here.
dagger on the left is a replica of the dagger from the tomb of Tutankhamun. It must have been incredibly precious during his lifetime because it's made of iron. Thousands of years before the Ice Age, meteorites were the only source of pure
How does he know
iron.
all this?
So
Seriously?
a star fell from
He's
the
a
sky,
scholar.
bringing a substance that's harder than anything they'd known before.
Maybe he's the Raven.
A dramatic event. No wonder they used it to forge a weapon for the godlike pharaoh.
I did not know that. I learned something today.
Adventure games.
So literally,
full of
like they
knowledge.
used metal from space.
Space metal.
That should be a genre of music.
Space metal. Yeah.
Space metal.
Wait, wasn't there there was something? I think Jamiroquai considered themselves like space jazz or something.
I can see that. Space jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jizz.
Kind of like how Brave Combo is. Brave Combo is nuclear polka.
Nuclear polka.
Yeah, that's what they call themselves. Their genre.
They're reconstructed.
This thing looks like that like suction cup thing that you.
It's impressive how
Like,
they
I think it's
managed to build
attached to
monuments
the
like
back
the
thing
pyramids
here.
with such simple tools.
I think.
I don't know. I don't even.
I guess that's how they open the glass.
No, I doubt it. Usually they open displays from behind or side or. That's not a statue. That's a real person.
This
There's not really much
Akhenaten,
music right now.
The only pharaoh whose
Well, it's a
portrait I
museum, you have to be
always
quiet.
Recognize. He has a very
Because we know the music
unusual
is
head.
actually, real. And
Akhenaten
I don't
was
even
the
know.
husband of Nefertiti and the father of
Titi.
Tutankhamen, a famous
Nefertiti.
family. But he went down in history as the pharaoh who wanted to eliminate the old gods and replace them with a single god.
Blasphemy.
Fuck that guy.
Defense,
Heretic.
and he died of unknown causes.
Uh-oh.
Of
Is it unknown or is it unknown in parentheses? Because there's a big difference there.
A figure of Imhotep who comes in peace. From
Careful around that. Brendan Fraser might show up.
700
Ta.
BC. The first polymath known by name.
Polymath?
Godfather of medicine, architect
Polymath.
of the first pyramids, and according to legend, the inventor of Egyptian writing. He certainly achieved more than me in
So
his
Jess,
life.
Boss.
He founded Egyptian
He was a
writing?
legend.
so when are we going
The
to
Greeks
see an
called him
adventure
a
game
god.
that's Oculus
The
Rift
Romans still
compatible?
honored him
Get some
3,000
first
years
person
after his death.
awkward shuffling
Even
around
today,
looking for
Awkward
hammers.
I
and
think
all
we
that.
actually
When they
saw.
begin a new
I think I saw one adventure game at the
Impressive.
South by
Expo.
Southwest?
yeah South
Yeah.
by Southwest
Oh,
Expo.
hey. You got an achievement for looking at all the history stuff.
Yay!
Yeah,
Thoroughness.
that weird Tim Burton-y thing that guy was handing out flyers for? Yeah.
Yeah. I like how that one narrative game about the person who had cancer, and it was really cool, called Dragon the Cancer. And it was based off someone who actually had cancer, but then you're actually wandering through this forest, revealing his life and his emotions through symbolism and visuals.
The museum.
Is there any kind of puzzling or platforming going on?
No, it's just wandering and exploring and learning.
I got kind of a gripe
guard room.
against those.
Yeah, but I thought it was funny
Yeah.
that I asked him, I'm like, so, kind of like an adventure game. And he was like, well, I guess, but not, it's just a narrative. You don't have any puzzles to
Yeah, we
solve.
took out the
or-
puzzles.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
The door is, though I would have expected the guard room to be occupied all the time, especially.
I mean,
for
can
a
you
day
really
like
call it a
today.
game if there is no goal?
No.
Really?
If there is no mechanic to it, it is not a game.
Like, that's why.
See, that is the argument around games like Gone Home. It's literally wandering around finding audio tapes. There's
Yeah.
no other gameplay other than
If
that.
you want to just tell a story, just a
No,
straight up
at least
turn-page
security.
simulator,
Kreutzer would be the
then write a
perfect-
book,
of-
write a story, make a video. But don't
At
don't
least
sit there and make something where the only goal is read the story by wasting time clicking on things. That's not
No,
a game. A
at
game has consequences. There is an end to it. There's a mechanic to it.
That's the thing, though. The only difference between something like that and, say, Professor Layton is Professor Layton just throws in random puzzles for you to solve.
Yeah, but there's
In
still
between.
a game element.
Yeah, there's still points, and
Yeah.
you can replay it to try to beat your score, and there's a goal for it.
There's nothing to the right?
No,
Really?
yeah, see, just do
All right.
that.
What do we do then?
See, now, if we were talking about interactive storytelling,
What? Sorry.
like the Telltale games or Life is Strange, you can get a game over in that. There's branching paths. You have the choice of saying something, not saying something, doing something, choosing.
But there really wasn't in, this other game that we saw, which, I mean, it looked really cool, but I did have an issue with the fact that there was nothing to it,
It's an interactive experience.
It'd be like if you had Myst, but without any puzzles whatsoever or characters to talk to.
So Myst, only more playable.
Don't even.
I'm
Don't
just joking.
even.